Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're going to compare two budget offerings, the Xiaomi Redmi 3S Prime with the Moto G4 Play. So these two phones have quite a lot of similarities, but the most important similarity is the pricing. Both these devices are priced 899 and available online only. So we'll do a detailed comparison and see which is the better device to choose here. So comparing just the specs alone, now you can clearly see that the Redmi 3S Prime is a winner because it has 3GB RAM, 32GB storage. We have a better camera in terms of the megapixels offered, better battery life. So a lot of things are better on the Redmi 3S Prime on paper. It also has fingerprint scanner. So let's have a look at detailed look at into these two phones to see which is a better device here. So looking at the first the design and build quality, you can clearly see that the Redmi 3S Prime is a superior build quality because it's all metallic phone, looks pretty premium as well. It has a curved finishing. On the other hand, the plastic quality on the Moto G4 Play isn't as impressive as what is being offered on the Redmi 3S Prime. The build quality looks good, although there is a chrome finishing, the silver finishing on the sides, which adds to the looks of the Moto G4 Play, and this looks almost similar to the Moto G4 Plus. And the finishing and the logo and the camera unit almost looks similar to the Moto G4 Plus. So but having said that, we would say the Redmi 3S Prime is a better choice here in terms of the design and build quality, and our choice is the Redmi 3S Prime. Also looking at the usability of these two phones, you can see that the Redmi 3S Prime is a bit more compact to use than the Moto G4 Play. So that was the design and build quality, and our choice in this category is the Redmi 3S Prime. Now let's move on to the display. So both these phones have HD display, that's a 720p display, and the display quality looks quite good on both these phones. The display panel is an HD panel, that's a 720p panel, and they're quite good in terms of the color quality, the touch response, and feels quite good as well. Both are IPS LCD panels, and they are quite good. So there's no real big difference here. The only difference is that the Moto G4 Play has on-screen buttons, while its capacitive touch buttons on the Redmi 3S Prime. Now let's move on to the software. So here again, both these devices are quite similar because the base software is Android 6.0 Marshmallow, but the bigger difference is the software, the UI of these two phones. So first let's talk about the UI on the the Redmi 3S Prime. So you can see here this has the MIUI 7.5, and it has custom notification panel, quick toggles, lot of added features are there. We have this multiple home screen layout. It does not have an app drawer. We have themes to choose from. In the settings also there are additional features like kids mode, light mode, then we have added features also. So a lot of customizations are possible on the Redmi 3S Prime, and the software is a feature rich software offering added features as well. So this is on top of Android 6.0 Marshmallow, and this is slated to get the MIUI 8 pretty soon. Now talking about the UI on the Moto G4 Play, this is the stock Android which does not have any apps installed. It's a basic software which Android provides. So you can see the notification sender and quick toggles exactly similar to what the Android provides, and there are no added third-party tools available except for the Moto app. There are no customization options whatsoever. Only the basic wallpaper and widgets are supported, and it comes with Android 6.0 Marshmallow. So out of the two, if you're looking for heavy customizations, then obviously the MIUI is the better choice. But if you want the plain Android, the stock Android which Google offers, then the better choice is the Moto G4 Play. Now talking about the performance, so both these phones are powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. One is a 430 chipset which coupled with 3GB RAM and 32GB storage on the Redmi 3S Prime, while it's the Snapdragon 410 on the Moto G4 Play, coupled with 2GB RAM and 16GB internal storage. Now looking at the performance, both these devices are quite good in terms of the performance. But having said that, the octa-core chipset, that the Snapdragon 430 is an octa-core chipset with 3GB RAM, is more powerful than the older Snapdragon 410, which is almost 2 years old. So it's a pretty older chipset. It has 2GB RAM. It's a decent performance all around, but it may not match up with the Snapdragon 430 in terms of the overall performance. Even in terms of the gaming experience, we would say the Redmi 3S Prime is far ahead than the Moto G4 Play in terms of the gaming experience. When we played, there was no lag or issues on the Redmi 3S Prime, while it was not the best of experience on the Moto G4 Play with the Snapdragon 410 quad-core chipset. So in terms of the performance, we would give it to the Redmi 3S Prime for the overall performance, gaming, and all other aspects. So the call quality on both these devices are quite good, no major issues. The speaker performance also quite decent on both these phones. Now both these phones come with dual SIM cards and 4G LTE. While we have a hybrid SIM card on the Redmi 3S Prime, it is the normal SIM card and micro SD card expansion slot on the Moto G4 Play. Now additional aspect, the Moto G4 Play comes with only 16 GB storage, but we have 32 gigs of storage on the Redmi 3S Prime. Additionally, we also have a fingerprint scanner on the Redmi 3S Prime that's missing on the Moto G4 Play, and the fingerprint scanner is an added feature which gives added options as well. You can quickly unlock the device and it's pretty responsive as well. So in terms of the software and performance, we would give it to the Redmi 3S Prime, except if you want the stock like Android or other aspects, we would say the Redmi 3S Prime is a better choice here. Now let's move on to the camera. So here again there's a big difference. One is a 13 megapixel shooter with LED flash, the other one is an 8 megapixel shooter with LED flash, and on the front panel we have a 5 megapixel cameras on both these phones. So now looking at the camera interface, we can see that the MIUI offers slightly more features and modes which are not available on the Moto G4 Play. We don't have the manual mode available. Then additional modes are also included in the MIUI camera. So both these phones can record 1080p camera samples in the video recording. Now looking at the camera samples which we have taken between these two phones, you can clearly see that the color quality looks much better on the Moto G4 Play, and the Redmi 3S Prime has a tendency to get yellow tint in the photos. That's not very much desirable, but the sharpness levels are better on the Redmi 3S Prime, but the color quality is better on the Moto G4 Play. But overall we would say the Moto G4 Play offers slightly better camera experience because the color quality is pretty spot on the Moto G4 Play. So now apart from that, the front facing camera, again both these devices are quite good in terms of the front facing experience. Now finally let's move on to the battery performance. So this is one area the Xiaomi Redmi 3S Prime is a winner hands down. The Redmi 3S Prime has a 4100 mAh battery when compared to the 2800 mAh battery on the Moto G4 Play. The G4 Play is quite good in terms of the battery performance, but will not beat the Redmi 3S Prime, which gets you almost 1.5 to 2 days of battery life with the 4100 mAh battery. The Moto G4 Play comes with rapid charging. That's one added feature, so you can quickly charge the device. So now we have compared almost all aspects about these two phones. So which is better device you buy here? So without doubt we would pick the Redmi 3S Prime if you are not really worried about the software. If you want the stock Android looks and feel, then the Moto G4 Play is the only choice. Also the camera looks slightly better on the Moto G4 Play, but other than that it's a complete winner for the Redmi 3S Prime with great looks, build quality, excellent battery life. The software is pretty customized, feature rich, and the performance is also really good with octa-core chipset, 3 gigs of RAM, and also it offers 32 gigs of storage. So unless you're looking for the stock Android experience and slightly better camera experience, we would suggest you to pick the Redmi 3S Prime. So that was the detailed comparison of these two phones. So hope you liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to your YouTube channel for more videos. And if you plan to buy any of these two devices, you can head over to the description of this video to get the links, and that helps our channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.